Ha! Let's go!
Jimmy Garoppolo is among the highest paid players in the NFL. Thanks to his contract incentives, the player's $7 million pay for 2022 could double. Just what do those contract incentives look like? Let's take a peek, shall we? Jimmy's contract bonuses were disclosed after Trey Lance's injury. After a lot of uncertainty, the 49ers upped Garoppolo's deal last year, and the San Francisco team re-signed the 31-year-old NFL star. Interestingly, his contract includes some special incentives. The Illinois resident played backup quarterback behind Trey Lance, but before that, the situation got a bit awkward for the team. Jimmy threw for 3,810 yards and 20 touchdowns as a starter in 2021, and the season before that, he brought the Niners to the Super Bowl. But it was quite clear that Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, and co. were all set to move on from Jimmy G. Instead, they were in favor of the greatly touted sensation out of North Dakota, Lance. But things took a turn in Jimmy G's favor. During the opening period of Week 2's game against the Seattle Seahawks, Lance suffered an ankle injury that terminated his season, and our man Jimmy came to the rescue. The player was called upon again to lead the San Francisco 49ers to an emotional win.
Jimmy Garoppolo, outstanding. Brought this from New England with him. Tom Brady also been outstanding. Look at it.
And soon after, Garoppolo was rewarded with bonuses. These complex incentives improved his earnings significantly. He went from a base salary of $6.5 million to earning $16 million on average in a year. But there's more to it than just the simple $16 million figure. Here's how much Jimmy G makes in incentives. ESPN's Field Yates gave some scoop on the specifics of the players' payouts. Garoppolo earns $250,000 for each game in which he plays at least 25% of the snaps. If the 49ers win a game, the total increases to $350,000. As the quarterback goes forward, he has the opportunity to earn $5.6 million, and that too in regular season incentives. According to Spotrac, the NFL player also has a $500,000 bonus for playoff tournaments. This is where the 31-year-old earns almost 50% of the snaps. Apart from that, he gets an extra $500,000 if he takes 50% of the snaps in the NFC Championship game. Then there's another $500,000 if the Niners actually win that game. And all this is followed by a whopping $1 million bonus if the San Francisco team wins the Super Bowl. That's a lot of zeros. His reworked contract also includes a full no-trade clause, although this is pretty irrelevant as Lance was ruled out last season. The clause was to ensure Garoppolo would be the team's starter for the whole season, as well as a no-tag clause for this year's offseason. The funny thing is that Jimmy was absent from practices and meetings throughout training camp, and he didn't throw for most of the offseason as he healed from surgery on his right shoulder. The player also said the transition back to the starting position wasn't difficult. Well, he recovered in time to take the best spot on the team. But let's see how Jimmy reacted to his teammate's injury, the man who gave him the spot in the first place. Garoppolo wishes for Lance to recover soon. Every sport comes with its share of tough times. The Illinois native told reporters he took his fair share of time getting his shoulder ready. The NFL player said he always knew the scheme at the back of his mind. Some of the new players take a bit of time to learn. Then there are always some fresh wrinkles in the offense. But he said that mostly it was just, once my shoulder was good, I was ready to roll. It was Lance's first season, and he was 2 games down when he bumped to the top of the depth chart. Jimmy G expressed his delight in getting back on the field.
Just like riding a bike. Yeah. Felt good to be back out there.
But at the same time, he felt bad for Trey, especially because Jimmy was in the same boat a while ago. Every person has their share of injuries, but that sucks for him, and I feel bad for him, but he's our brother, and we'll pick him up. Well, what are teammates for, right? Garoppolo, with his massive salary, will be a wonderful sight for Niners fans, because it would suggest that the team has at least progressed to the Super Bowl. In any case, Jimmy is earning more than Lance, who is just due $2.2 million in the second year of his rookie contract. Looks like Garoppolo has become a pretty big sensation. You'll be shocked to hear how much he's worth. The player's net worth is around $25 million. The veteran quarterback has seen quite a bit in his career. He literally started from the bottom. He attended Eastern Illinois University and earned the Walter Payton Award as a senior. Jimmy also set student records for career passing yards and touchdown passes. The New England Patriots team drafted the player in the second session of the 2014 NFL Draft. and he spent his next 4 seasons as Tom Brady's backup. Guess that was the shining moment of his career. He joined the 49ers in 2017 and soon led the team to the highest ranking. The team had the best record in the National Football Conference and a Super Bowl 54 appearance in 2019. When it comes to his off-field success, the player has done quite well for himself. According to various media sources, Garoppolo's net worth as of 2023 is $25 million, and most of that figure comes from his big contract with the 49ers. The football player signed a 5-year renewal with the team in February 2019 worth a reported $137.5 million. He also earns from a few endorsement deals with a number of different brands. Nike, Michael Jordan's brand, Bose, New Era, and Men's Warehouse are all just a couple of the brands with which the quarterback is known to have arrangements. The 31-year-old has modeled for Levi's jeans in the past, so he possibly has a contract with a fashion brand. Despite the numbers, one could bet Jimmy G's sole focus will be giving his best on the field. According to reports, he's currently suffering from an injury. So, of course, some folks have got doubts. Kyle Shanahan, for one, doesn't think Jimmy will be back this season. The 49ers head coach Shanahan thinks that Garoppolo will not practice this week. The coach said they'll know for sure after an X-ray exam. But some fans said the chances of him returning are quite limited. The former New England Patriots player might not be present at the George Halas Trophy game. Sadly, Garoppolo injured his foot during the 49ers' 33-17 Week 13 victory over the Miami Dolphins on December 4th.
Some of the training staff over there taking a look at him. That left ankle gets rolled up.
And it was previously reported that he wouldn't return to the field in the 2023 season. But the 49ers took back the diagnosis some days later. The team said that the earliest the quarterback could return was a possible NFC Championship game for them in the future. But it's even more practical that he would be physically ready if San Francisco succeeds in Super Bowl 57. The event will be held on February 12th at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So let's see if the player recovers by then. Purdy will be taking Jimmy G's place if he doesn't return. And Purdy has yet to lose a game in his rookie season, in which he has a remarkable 8-0 record. His win over the Seattle Seahawks in Super Wildcard Weekend and the Dallas Cowboys in the divisional round was quite exceptional.
A lot of room now. Odin up over the middle. Oh, what a catch by Kittle!
From renewing his contract with the 49ers and receiving special bonuses, Garoppolo has made a place for himself in the industry. We hope he only goes up from here. See you in the next video.
That's when you have an issue, right? If you get beat, you can get to the sideline.
Jimmy Garoppolo throws that in front of 3 or 4 defenders. You got Patrick Peterson.
Cisco San Fran.
The city. It's the city. I learned that. You got to live and learn. So I haven't had a chance to experience.
You've seen the power.